Wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
It's better the second time.
Yeah, it was a lot more comfortable.
Actually, it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm really digging it.
Welcome to
How's it going, guys?
the second broadcast of the day, and we especially want to welcome Mr. Cobus.
Yes.
I don't say your last name.
Dude, go for it, dude. Last live show, come on.
There's no way I'm trying.
I'll tell you. Cobus Potgieter.
Potgieter.
That's close, dude.
Okay,
Why are you ashamed of that?
Potgieter.
That's not so bad. My standards are really, really low, though.
Well, especially after being
After like a month in America and Canada,
Yeah.
but that's good.
cool.
You'll take it?
I'll take it.
Good.
Totally.
Okay, you guys, so this is the second broadcast of the day, so we're not going to be all cheesy and try and repeat all the same things that we said in the first one. But
That's right.
Oh,
We won't do that.
What should we do now? Maybe we should play a song. That's a good idea. No.
That's what we do, yeah.
Yeah, obviously the same songs, but we're going to take different questions, and if you just look right below the chat, you'll see some basic instructions on how to submit a question. If you just follow those simple instructions, you won't have any sort of problem.
Yes. You shouldn't.
But this is kind of sad because it's our last time on camera together.
Yeah, dude.
Probably for a long time.
Exactly.
While we edit all this stuff together that we filmed.
You're going to be looking at me a lot, though. And hearing my voice.
Exactly, yeah. So do you want to tell them what we've been doing for the last couple weeks, or you want me to tell them?
I'll tell him.
Okay.
We have been filming a movie. No, we've been filming like a instructional project, instructional / entertaining. It's called the Cobus method. I think a lot of you guys, some people who are familiar with the videos that I post on YouTube might know that I have never had lessons. I kind of taught myself from the beginning, and the Cobus method is basically about how I did that. So covering the stuff that I did right, like why I'm glad I taught myself, and also covering some of the stuff that I did wrong, like basic stuff that I wish people taught me, so that somebody told me when I started playing. So it's ridiculously comprehensive, like many DVDds.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to give too much away, because we haven't got finer details.
Yeah,
yet.
totally. But it's got play-alongs, and you can zone into specific parts of the play-along. So if you just want to see what my hands did in a specific fall, then you can just view that. Or you just want to see what my bass drum did, you can just view and listen to the bass drum. And we've got some full band stuff,
which is crazy.
We wrote and recorded 5 original songs from scratch in 2 days.
Yeah,
everything was caught on camera.
The coolest thing is just seeing how you create all the beats and fills, because I mean you're so creative with the way you play.
Oh, thank you.
So it's so cool to see that, especially in the live part.
Sweet, thank
Very
you.
Cool, man.
I appreciate it.
I think an important thing to touch on with the product is, and I don't think he said this, but it's how he learned to play drums by ear.
Yeah.
Without the aid of any sort of sheet music.
Totally.
Yeah, because you've had no lessons.
No lessons.
Yeah. And the guy is, one thing I've learned, like I always knew you were really good, but I didn't know you were as good as you are.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I want to tell this group of people here too that this guy's like, what you even did in that song was like not even a tenth of what you're capable of, which is pretty insane. So
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
yeah, inspired me to practice. I said last night, I'm like, I'm putting myself on a schedule, and I'm gonna like practice feet on Mondays, hands on Tuesdays.
Dude, if you whip out those hand to feet patterns on the toms, then I think like that. So
No way.
so it's very mutual. Don't worry about that.
Well, thank you. It's been a lot of fun. So
Yeah. If you guys go to, is it cobusmethod.com?
Cobusmethod.com.
Cobusmethod.com,
James,
you can see a preview of it.
Yeah, are you going to throw that on screen?
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
There you are.
Yeah, so we're not trying to hard sell anyone. Everything we're launching now is just free videos, free. They can get there's a sneak peek of the upcoming product. Eventually, it'll be a paid product that you can buy, but up until that point, there's gonna be a lot of free and cool, fun videos.
So go there and sign up for
that.
notifications for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that video is really cool too. That they just put together.
Oh
The one on the site.
Yeah, I dig that.
It's really fun.
I dig it. It's pretty cryptic too.
Cryptic.
Yeah, you don't know exactly what it's about, but you kind of want to keep watching.
That's
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the
dig it.
plan. So what's the schedule? What are we doing today
Yeah.
for this?
Basically, I'm just gonna start pulling questions. You're gonna play another track, and you're gonna do a drum solo.
Yeah.
So right now we're gonna take some questions. Oh
Awesome.
no, Facebook just changed their thing, so I don't know where the.
Like
yeah,
right
I
now.
had a problem finding it too.
Okay.
Okay, well I got one here lined up. This
Nice
one's from
timing,
Glenn.
Facebook.
Okay, Glenn, is that Steedham? How do you go about selecting the songs you decide to cover? Because obviously you get tons of requests. Obviously you have your own library of music you want. How do you
Yeah.
actually go about selecting those songs?
I don't take any requests. I think people think I do,
Yeah.
judging by the amount of requests that I get. But
Yeah.
I've never, and I don't mean to sound rude, but I've never done requests. I did one request. Maybe I shouldn't even mention that. But the Boys Like Girls song, somebody mentioned it and I listened to it and I liked it and I did it. But that's the only one. I've never done a request in my life. It doesn't go with the way that the videos work. I play songs that I like and that I'm passionate about, and that means I like playing along to Jonas Brothers, and that means I like playing along to Bob.
Yeah.
I'll confess that. And
That's
Jared
it.
likes
There you
playing
go.
along to Nickelback. He's proud of that.
I like them. Whatever.
Dude, what the flip?
Yeah, what
the flip?
Don't judge me. How do I do that? The hand thing? Oh no.
Yeah, don't
Dude,
even
you're
try.
way too
Yeah.
much.
I know. I'm way too late. Exactly.
And so taking requests just kind of goes against that whole approach. So I choose songs that I like to play.
Yeah.
So if I'm working on my PC and I'm playing songs in the background, then I've got this little notepad that's always open. And if I hear a song and I think, oh, that'll be fun on drums, then I just make a little note. So next time when I get to the kit, I just practice it. Well, jam along to it and feel what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Hey, one more thing I want to add before we move on to the next question is, in the previous lesson we gave away some drumsticks, used drumsticks that Cobus is actually signing.
Yes.
And in this lesson, because we're tearing down the kit after this, everything's coming down, he's actually going to sign the drum heads.
Yeah, these ones.
All these drums, and this one, and the
Yeah.
tom. So we got 4 drum
There you
heads
go.
we're
1,
giving
2,
away.
3, 4. Yeah.
And he's going to sign them and send them off to you. He'll even personalize it. He'll sign them right on camera here. Okay?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys stick around if you want a chance to win a drum head.
Nice.
Cobus, this is from Ben Hur. What
There's a
other?
movie called Ben Hur.
I know there is. Hey Victor, can I get some of myself in my headphones?
Oh man.
Sorry. It's not, but that's fine. I don't want to take too long. I just feel like I'm in my head. There we go. That's better. What other specific? You know how it is.
I know how it is. I
Hard
totally
to
know
talk
how it
with
is.
these things.
Actually, I shouldn't mock you because I totally know how it is.
I feel like I'm screaming just to hear myself.
Anyway,
Yeah. That was a long interjection. What other specific instruments would you like to learn?
I initially thought I would like to learn the guitar, but I heard it's pretty difficult, and I'm really easily bored, kind of, and frustrated. So I'm really thinking about the piano or the keyboard, because I want to give myself a melodic background. It feels like I like rhythm, and I can kind of play percussive instruments, but I really want to do the melodic thing.
And piano is it's a percussive
Percussion.
instrument.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Oh, totally.
the hammers
It's a nice
against-
hybrid between the two.
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool.
Jamie Milborn asks, and this I think she asked one in the last one as well, but we'll take it again. If you were offered an endorsement from a huge company, would you take it or stay with your current companies?
I don't think my endorsement criteria doesn't involve the size of the company. So the reason why I went for initially the smaller companies is because I like the way that they sound. So I like the way that U-Drum sounded. I like the way that the symbol, like TRX and Turks, that they sounded. I approached David from TRX and asked them for an endorsement. So I don't think the size of the company doesn't really have a role to play in my decision to go with them or not. I think if a large company did make an offer, I think it would be extremely unwise not to consider.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a
For
loyal
sure.
guy, so I won't just run away from everybody.
Well, yeah, I consider all offers unless they're yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. This is from Adam F. Can you describe the basic layout of your personal kit? I mean, just your setup. I know this isn't your personal kit. He's
Yeah.
saying he's having some trouble setting up his using offset toms, and he'd like to hear your input.
Mm-hmm.
I know you have a different tom setup. So
Yeah, I have my two rack toms. They started out like on the normal place, like snare drum. If you can just there we go. If you like snare drum, first rack tom, and then second rack tom, and then floor tom. It was kind of that kind of rectangle square shape, and it just felt so uncomfortable when I played fills when I went to the right side of the kit. Like it just felt like it wasn't symmetrical. So if I played fills, I would have to go to the right side. It was never like a nice spread out symmetrical vibe. So that was my thinking behind the toms, because now it sucks if we don't have a screenshot, but now my setup is snare drum with the two toms like symmetrical in front of the snare drum. So if I do fills, it's totally symmetrical. You can even see this kit is kind of going for that already, with the floor tom on the one side and the side snare on the other side. The crashes and the cymbals aren't really symmetrical, but it's really important for me for the drums to be symmetrical. Even like in a double bass setup, I can easily fit a second bass drum on the left hand side. It's already set up like that. And the two toms in the front just make it easier. I think it's really hard to tell people how to set up their kit. I think do what feels comfortable and mess with it. That's the most important thing. Just like try different configurations and different heights and just mess with it and see what feels comfortable.
Yeah, it might take years for them
Totally.
to find a set.
Oh,
it should take years.
It should take, absolutely.
And it'll always change. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I used to use. Well, I've been back and forth like 4-piece to then 6-piece to then 5-piece.
Yeah.
Now I'm like kind of settled on 6-piece.
Yeah.
I might go back to a 4-piece
Yeah.
eventually. Micah,
Yeah, for sure.
Micah Price says, did you want to have a question?
No, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Micah Price from Facebook says, in teaching yourself, did and do you use a metronome during practices?
I didn't.
That's a good question.
To be honest.
You didn't?
I did not. Did they say when I started out?
Well,
When I practiced.
did you
Yeah.
and do you? Yeah.
I didn't. I do now. But what I did in the beginning was I played to music from the first day. So I put headphones on my head and I played along to music. And 90%, if not more, 90% of studio recorded music are recorded to a click track or a metronome. So even though you're playing along to a drummer who played along to a metronome, it still should be in time. So that's kind of the same vibe. But now I do. I really try to work a good few minutes. I'd say it's really hard though. So maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, and I'm over it. But just like playing along to a click. And maybe spreading it out. Maybe playing 20 minutes and then doing something else, and maybe playing 20 minutes again, but I'm not a big fan. But it's really important to practice timing, even though it's frustrating sometimes. But I do now. Yeah.
Super important too, yeah.
Yeah.